Hello, hello. You are listening to Barbara James, owner of Lake Nutrition Center in the Villages. Part of what I forget to say is first, we are loading these talks on the YouTube channel called Ageless Ways, Longer Days. And one of the things about the store, we accept the health benefit card. And this is huge for a lot of you out there who have United Healthcare. Some people call it the U card. It is called a health benefit card. A lot of the insurances now, you're able to buy vitamins and supplements. Very few mom and pop shops have this. And you want to be able, you could buy good quality, high quality vitamins and supplements on your insurance card. So stop in the store, bring your insurance card. We'll take a look at it. We'll tell you if you have the benefit, and we could help you out there. But some of you don't come into a health food store for that reason. Stop in. We could help you out, and we could even help you find more peace in your life by getting some support from some of the things that we have in this store. I've talked about it openly, how I take things to help me stay calm, to relinquish the anxiety, to help me think about my adrenal glands and all the parts of my body that get so out of balance. And just because you can't see your body get out of balance, it doesn't mean that it's not out of balance. Hormones are just running rampant in your body, and they come from the brain spewing them out, telling all the, choreographing the whole shebang. So keep those things in mind, that there is support for you. I never thought I'd be taking a lot of the things that I take, but you know what? If they help your body through a season, and I go through seasons of supplements, even though I own the store, I do go through seasons of supplements where sometimes I need them, sometimes I don't, depending on what my body is telling me. And I have customers that come in the store that are 100 years old, and they will tell you that they solve their problems on the shelf. They know their bodies, they know what's going wrong, they know if they need a multi, they know if they need more vitamin A, they know if they need more zinc. So you want to be sure that when you shop at a health food store, what you're really getting is a partner in your health, someone there for you that you could speak to, that you could partner with. And it's a partnership, meaning you come in and you talk to us and we'll help you out. We'll tell you the truth about certain things. So what I'm about to say, it might be offensive to some of you, and honestly, it's the truth. So here's the truth, is that many of your smaller supplement companies that we know and love have been bought out by the giants. And when they've been bought out by the bigger companies, you cannot always, I'm not judging anything. I am just saying this is the truth. They keep the same name, and you never know that they've been bought out. So here are some of the major buyouts that you probably had no idea ever took place. Centrum. We've all heard Centrum Silver. A lot of you take Centrum Silver. A lot of you take Emergency. Well, they're owned by Pfizer. Just saying. We have Garden of Life, Puritan Pride, Nature's Bounty. Those three are owned by Nestle. I remember Garden of Life loved their product, 20 or so years ago. But now Garden of Life, Puritan Pride, Nature's Bounty are all owned by Nestle. We have New Chapter, who is owned by Procter & Gamble. Renew Life is owned by Clorox. So think about some of those things and your impression of these companies, right? I hear Clorox, I think of chemical. I don't think of, beautiful, pristine, natural vitamins. I think of Clorox. So those are the companies that are buying out all of these small companies. I have a list of them in the store if you want to take a look at it. You could look up what you're taking and see who owns it now, or just do a Google search of your own. Go look at what you're taking and see who owns it and see when they bought it. Many of these small vitamin companies that were our favorites are now owned by, investment firms, and vitamin stores are also owned by investment firms. So take a good look at some of these vitamin stores and vitamins and supplements that you're taking. You do your research. I'm not judging either way. I'm just pointing this out as a point of reference for you to be able to go back. I mean, if you want an investment firm telling you what you should do, and what they care about is the bottom line, selling things at hourly rates. So when you walk into some of these places, you are just an hourly purchase. How much could we get you to purchase in the hour? And that's not relationship. That is not how it should be. This is your body. This is the most important asset you have. You want to make sure that the person that you trust that to, you have a relationship with. Just like you have a relationship with your physicians, your relationship with your, radiologist, or wherever you're going, start to really focus on how to have relationships with people and ask the right questions. Many of you are out there and don't know what you're taking, why you're taking it, what the name of it is. You can't pronounce it. You come into the store and you're like, I'm taking blah, blah, blah. And I go, why? You go, I don't know. Doctor told me to take it, so I'm taking it. Well, that's not a good enough answer. This is your body. Find out why. Many of you go to multiple doctors. You go to the podiatrist, you go to the dermatologist, you go to the cardiologist, the neurologist, and each one is giving you something else. And the conflicting answers are incredible. You guys come in the store, I hear the stories all the time. My cardiologist wants me on X. My neurologist told me, get off of that now. You need to be your own advocate. You need to read labels. You need to do some Google research. You need to find, scientific studies that back up the things that you're doing. Ask questions of your physicians. Find out what it is you're taking, why you're taking it, why they recommend it, and see if it's still something that your body needs. So at the health food store, we're not doctors, but we could clearly help you with different things that can support your body. And some of my favorites are, the top 3 for me is an omega-3, a probiotic, and a multivitamin. And James loves to talk about the omega-3, but why do we love the omega-3? You need to understand that every cell in your body has what we call a lipid bilayer. That lipid bilayer, in layman's terms, is fat that surrounds the cell. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to have fat surrounding your cells.
Got plenty.
I have plenty too. It's a good thing though, because when that fat surrounds your cell, it protects the cell from the invaders. So if the cell didn't have the fat protecting it, then all the invaders come in. They're like, hey, free reign in this cell. I'm just going to, infuse you with a virus or something. So the lipid bilayer, the fat around your cells, really help. Well, as we get older, we're not getting the fat. And that big lie, well, I'm going to say it was a lie-ish. Right? Not totally a lie, because a lot of us eat way too much fat. But for a while there, we were cutting fat out of everything. Fat-free this, fat-free that. We've kind of gotten away from that, recognizing that our body needs fat. It needs it. It doesn't need abundance of it. It needs enough to operate productively. And that's where the omega-3 comes into play, because the omega-3 will lubricate these cells and give your cells the fat that it needs to surround the cells. So you want to be sure that you pick a good fish oil. You could get your omegas in salmon, you could get it in, different fish, in flax. And then when you look at the omegas in the store, you'll hear the terms DHA and EPA and the levels of DHA and EPA for the different products. And usually that's how they're priced, by the higher level of DHA and EPA, and they're priced other ways, but that's predominantly. And what does that mean to you? Basically, those two are for brain function and anti-inflammatory. So the higher the numbers, the better it is for the lubrication in the brain and the body and your muscles and your tendons, and also works as your anti-inflammatory to reduce the inflammation in your body. Take your omega-3s at night before you go to bed, because your body recharges when you're sleeping. And as you sleep, it will allow the omegas to do what it needs to do to regenerate those cells and keep everything working pristinely. When we take things in the morning, like an omega, it gets a lot of interference from our day, whether it's stress or, we're not hydrated enough. My next favorite, if you had to take a top 3, take an omega, take a probiotic, take a multi. The probiotic, what does that do? Well, the probiotic builds up different colonies of good bacteria in your gut. So you have good bacteria and bad bacteria in your gut. We need them both. But some of you are on a lot of medications. Some of you take a lot of antibiotics. Some of you may not even realize that you've had to take an antibiotic for whatever the reason. Some of you have had surgery. I know all of these things affect your gut. Stress will change the microbiome in your gut. And this is not good for you. This is where, your saliva, right? When you put something in your mouth, that's your first line of immune defense. Your nose, your mouth, your tonsils, your lymphatic system, all signs of defense. And your gut is your sign of immune defense. So that thing goes down, whether it's bacteria, you don't have enough good bacteria to combat the bad bacteria, you're going to have a problem. So that's where the probiotics help to support the growth of the good bacteria, and it'll grow it in colonies. Invest in a good probiotic, because the good probiotics will have a range of different types of cultures so that you grow different colonies. And you know what? If you invest in a good probiotic, you may be able to take that every other day instead of every day, because they're that good, that they will really help you in that area. They'll help support your gut. And now probiotics and the microbiome is a big scientific topic. There is a lot of scientific research to support what I'm saying. So please go out and do your scientific research to find the support for a probiotic in your life, because it really is important. It's important for your brain function. It's important for your gut. Many people refer to the gut as the second brain, because that's how important it is to get all of those things. James, every time I look at you, I feel like you're just winking. I feel so bad. It's like, I'm telling you, the Q patch needs to happen. It needs to happen. That poor eye. We've got to get it back functioning. Because I'm like looking over, I'm going, what could I do about the eye?
It's funny you brought that up, because before I had my surgery the last couple of days, I made sure I took a couple extra probiotics.
Yes.
I wanted that in my system prior to the eye surgery. And you're right. The eye is connected to the nasal, to the sinus, to the throat, to even my equilibrium was a little bit out of whack.
Oh, yeah. And that's a great point, because many of us don't do that. We don't recognize that having surgery, we need to get our body ready for it. It's like, I'm getting in a boxing ring. I'm going to start training now for the boxing match. And many of you know that you're going to get the knee replaced, the hip replaced, and you're months out from the surgery. So you're months out from the big battle. Go and get the body in shape now. And don't wait until, once I get my knee done, then I'm going to X, Y, and Z. No. Go now and start getting this body in shape. So my third top 3, I guess, would be the omega-3, the probiotic, and a multivitamin. Why a multivitamin? Because in a multivitamin, a good multivitamin, we have great plant-based multis in the store. They're so good, and they have your greens. Some of them have your greens in them. Have great liquid vitamin that's delicious. So they have what your body needs to function. Your body needs vitamins to function. We don't eat what we should eat, And when we do, our body doesn't metabolism it and metabolize it the way it should. So you need to use, vitamins, multivitamins. They're out there. Take them and help support yourself. I hear this a lot. Well, was taking the vitamin for whatever, and it doesn't do anything. No, you just don't see what it
How long
does.
did you take it for?
Yeah.
Did you take it same time, same day, every day?
Right. And did you remember to take it? People don't see results. They expect to take something, and then it's like Superman. Da, 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 I'm going to put my cape on, and my knee is going to be fixed. It doesn't work that way.
I just took my multivitamin during lunch.
You
I would
did?
take it because I wanted to last. I wanted to give me the energy for the next 6 hours.
Right.
You don't want to take it and go to bed because you won't sleep.
Right. And I tell people that too. Like sometimes people will tell me something isn't working or not working, and I'm like, when are you taking that? What time of day?
What's the phone number to your store?
The phone number. I love you, Q family. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much for listening.
Next week.
Thank you, James, for
You're
being
welcome.
here with me today.
You got it.
God bless you.
Thank